Good evening, and thanks so much for stopping by. We want to start today from Acts chapter 21, verse 25. As touching the Gentiles which believe, we have written and concluded that they observe no such thing, save only that they keep themselves from things offered to idols, and from blood, and from strangled, and from fornication. And that is Paul discussing what do the Gentiles actually have to keep in being believers. And there was a big thing, remember, regarding what dietary foods they should eat, should they have Sabbath. But those were the four main things that as Gentiles we are supposed to watch for and not do. But today I'm talking about this because of Lois Vogel Sharp. In her video, The Deception, she put that out on 05/06/2020 at 6:12 in the morning. She said the Lord was talking to her regarding the fear that Christians may be having regarding vaccines and different things. And this is a verbatim part here I want to read to you. But fetal tissue, and this is supposed to be God saying this to her or through her. But fetal tissue can be used to help certain illnesses. And even though murder is murder, the cells of the fetus have life in them to create a form of an antibody against corrupting tissue in man. It is way complicated for the average person to understand. So that we will leave that for the scientists for now. But the point is, you are showing fear towards a potential cure to keep you safe. I'm going to tell you why God didn't say that, and I'm going to use his word. First of all, he said we were to stay away from the blood. Then the blood is in the flesh. He says in Genesis 9, and I'm just going to read this a little longer, but we'll go ahead to Genesis 9, and starting in verse 2. And the fear of you and the dread of you be upon every beast of the earth, and upon every fowl of the air, upon all that moveth upon the earth, and upon all the fishes of the sea. Into your hand are they delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of man, at the hand of every man's brother will I require the life of man. Whoso sheddeth man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man. This is so important. This is before the law came down to Moses. This is before the time of Abraham. This is during Noah's time, how important the blood and the flesh is unto the Lord. So we know abortion is not from God. We know this. We understand it because we read the word and we're growing in grace with God. So for why would God say any of those things? And then she's supposed to be a prophet? How can you be a prophet and say that God says something against his word? This is a flip-flop on abortion. And it's a smack in the face flip-flop on abortion. Now, also, I noticed this in there, another point. A potential cure. She said this twice, a potential cure. Well, a vaccine isn't a cure. What it is a preventative medication. Not even a medication, but a preventative measure that health departments around the world use to create a herd mentality, a herd immunity, not mentality. They do have mentality too, though, but immunity. And that's what they're trying to create right now. And people are very concerned about putting something in their body that God doesn't want them to have, even though it may have not curative, but preventive measures will be able to be used for that vaccine. But there's 100 different companies making it, and they're using all different types of ingredients. And some are not fetal tissue. So that is a good thing there. And this is really not about vaccinations as much as fetal tissue being used in any way, whether it's to make you look younger, the lines go, because a lot of cosmetics companies use it to make the food taste a little bit better as a flavor additive, to help in any kind of way, or you're putting that on your body. Sometimes even shampoos have placenta in them, and that is from having a child, the placenta. But they'll put that in the shampoo because it makes your hair glossy. Those things you don't want in your body if you don't have to have them. And God already speaks about having the blood. He does not want that. So why would he tell her that in there? And she's upset about it. She's been walking it back for the last 4 videos. And I just wanted to say that if you are watching and being concerned about a vaccination or any kind of medication coming out from what's going on right now, those are valid things you should be watching for, because Christ says so in Matthew 24:42. He said to watch. We are to watch. We are to be aware but not be in despair. So I wanted to let you know about that today if you already didn't know. And I wanted to let you know that God loves you today. Okay? And he wants to guide you in your decisions and what you put in your body to make yourself healthier, exercise, and different things like that. So be careful when you hear people saying things God told them and he could not have said it because it's against his word. So have a wonderful evening. And thank you so much for stopping by.